welcome back to Frame Fatales, an all-women speedrunning showcase here on Games Done Quick. Thank you so much for being here and checking this out. Quick reminder that all the subs and the bits actually help us make more content for this channel, including marathons like these and shows on a weekly or monthly basis. So please check that out if you're enjoying the content that we currently have. All right, if you're ready for Xenoblade Chronicles with AeonFrodo, yay!
Hi everyone.
How are you doing?
Hopefully everything sounds all right.
This game sounds a little loud.
This game sounds a little loud. I can turn it down a bit more for you. All right. I hope this is better. Just let me know if it's too loud, because this game can get really loud.
Okay.
Anyway,
maybe put it a little more down, because people are saying, okay, no, they say it's good now, but if it does get louder,
it's on a lower part of the music though. But yeah, this is Xenoblade Chronicles. I'll be playing the New Game Plus category of this. So basically, some items have been converted over onto this file. So I'll start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So, welcome to Xenoblade Chronicles. This is we start off in an area where there's a war going on between the humans or the homes of the Bionists and the Mechon of the Mechonis. They are two huge titans that everyone in the world lives on, basically. So we play as Dunban, and he has the Monado, which is a weapon that's really powerful against Mechon. So what move I use here is Thunder, and basically that move wipes out all the because I'm level 99, I'm just like, and also Thunder will here we use Steel Strike, just punch this guy down. So this battle actually takes place a year before the events of the main game. It's still loud? Oh, okay. I'll fix that once I deal with this.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully get that taken care of. It does get loud in this game.
Alright, let me get to this, please. So here I'll be doing a lot of
let's stay focused.
Gems pass over from New Game to New Game Plus automatically. So I have my gems set up in a way where I can just pull them in. The most important gem right now here is Quick Step 6, and that allows me to go 25% faster.
On top of already being level 99.
Yeah, but that doesn't increase your speed. Being level 99. And I'll equip some gear on Ryan too. Ryan will be important much later in the run. But right now I just need to equip him because I don't want him to equip him later on. Might as well equip him now. Alright, so you notice I'm moving really fast. Now, you're probably wondering, is this like the normal speed of the game? Well, yes, it is. But I'm playing on the PAL version of the game, which is 50 Hertz. Which means I'm running on 25, which runs at like 50% faster than the other versions of the game. So yes, because of the fact that I can play on 50 Hertz, means that I can run a bit faster than normal.
That's a huge amount.
It is, because it takes 15 minutes over the course of the entire run.
15 minutes?
Yeah, in New Game Plus alone.
Wow.
It's actually nuts.
Yeah, someone says another minus 20%-ish or so.
Ooh, that
down.
is...
Yeah. We're having trouble hearing you. We want to hear you.
I'm
You're so smart.
sorry. Is this better? I also forgot to split at one point, but I don't know what I got in my first split. So yes, speed. So yes, the PAL version is basically the faster version of the game. It's extremely rare for a PAL version of the game to be faster than any other version. It used to be the Japanese version, but then Wii U VZ version got released, and then a lot of things were found out. Also, we're playing as a different character now. Sound is better? Good. Okay, so I'm playing as Fiora right now, and she's at a pretty nice level, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
So I don't need to equip anything on her because I've already equipped her some gear that automatically has gems in it. There's some gear, so there's some like equipment that gives you free gems on the items, and I happen to be wearing the infantry shoes.
In that good fashion.
Yes. Yeah, she's just going to the beach. Oh look, Shulker's there. And then we have to go back to Colony 9, which is where they live, by the way. This is where they live, and they have like a military base because they have to defend themselves and all sorts of things. Also, at this point in the game, you can actually, not at this point in the game. It's a little bit earlier that you can see like Ryan do push-ups because he's part of the military. And that's a really cool little detail that you can only see when you're just playing as Fiora alone. So anyway, we've been asked, because Ryan got back late from his shift, he has to collect ether cylinders, and Shulk's just coming along with to collect some. Also, those orbs right there, they are collectibles. So normally you'll put them into a collection, and there's some items that use quests and stuff. But we don't need them in New Game Plus. They're actually detrimental past a certain point of the game. But for right now, we can collect them. Anyway, so normally when you play this game on a new game file, you can just approach your enemies and fight them. There's some enemies that can see you on sight, but we won't have to worry about them unless they are unique monsters, and I will explain what the unique monsters are when we have to encounter them. Also, Fiora is joining along with us for our little trip into the cave.
Yeah, that seems to optimize the run a whole bunch, being able to just visually avoid all of those the monsters and stuff.
Yeah, this wasn't a thing in New Game for Xenoblade, but in, I think, the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you can actually turn off enemy detection entirely. And in Tornado 2.
Are there special categories for that? Is that allowed in speedrunning?
The DLC category for 2 allows it, but no DLC. Oh yeah, and Affinity coins I have farmed for them. That's correct. I have 420 Affinity coins, if you want to know.
Double nice. We're just nice all over the place here, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh goodness, this jump is harder than it looks. It's not too hard. Sometimes you just get trapped on the little corner there. Platforming is very interesting in this game, but we'll get there when we get there. So anyway, we're at our destination. But some machines attack us, but they're not quite mecha. They're just I aim for the other one, so in order to not get trapped by their attacks, because when enemies target you, you can't do the attack for a little bit.
Wow, there's so many cutscenes to skip. God, I can't speak.
Yeah, there are. Actually, the coolest thing about skipping scenes in this game and other Xenoblade games except X is you have to just press 2 buttons. Normally, you have to go through like a menu when you skip cutscenes in other games. But what I love about this game is that you can just press 2 buttons and you just skip the cutscene instead of having to like use control stick. Oh yeah, so right now the Colony 9 is under attack by those Mechon that have attacked us over a year ago. And Dunban is trying to get back into the action, but because of the battle from last year, his sword arm is pretty unusable, so he's been trying to get his other arm in top condition because he's lost his ability to move his right arm, basically, thanks to using the Monado. So the reason why I use backslash here is that it has a really fast animation. So I want to use attacks that have faster animation.
I'm almost sad we don't see more of the combat because literally the monsters are so cool. Look, you're just walking right by.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, actually, these enemies are like the only regular enemies that aggro onto us in New Game Plus, apart from the unique monsters.
Altogether, how much of this game is running?
A lot.
You do get the ability to quick travel later, though, right?
We do get the ability to quick travel, but there's some like moments in the game where you can't actually quick travel.
You just gotta run it out.
Yeah, you have to run it out. It actually disables your quick travel function.
That's
so
rude.
here we're playing the Mechon. We're supposed to have a lot of trouble. We technically do not have the Monado in New Game, but in New Game Plus we do. So we just wiped it out one shot in New Game Plus. But in New Game, yeah, in New Game Plus you just, yeah. So Stream Edge, you wipe them out. Stream Edge is a really powerful move, but I also find it the most consistent move, and that'll be found out later.
I feel like this is the most speedrun of speedrun games. You are skipping essentially all of the fights. You blast through them so quickly. You have no cutscene. It's nearly nonsensical. You're just a guy on the run right now.
At the moment, yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
So this fight is actually a bit different though. So this is where Shulk wields a Monado for the first time actually. And he gets a vision. So he knows how to fight these guys, and the cutscene shows off his abilities of wielding the Monado very adeptly compared to Dunban. Which everyone finds a bit weird. But they just accept it because he can wield the Monado safely. So this next fight is one of the most silliest fights in the run. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use a Monado art. And the Monado art actually makes this fight go 10 seconds faster than waiting for him to use his move. By the way, this is like the first fight. It's actually a Middle Face. So you might have seen Middle Face and Smash. But unfortunately I didn't get the strat, so the entire strat. So I did get like the faster fights, but unfortunately I did not get the Battle Soul activation in time, which allows me to fill my talent gauge after I use that move.
So it was a timing thing?
It's a timing thing, yeah. So here, you might have noticed Fura is gone, and that's because she actually died.
Like, lore-wise, or...
Yeah, in the story, she died.
Oh, okay.
she died in the attack. And Shulk's now on the quest for revenge, and he wants to kill all the Mechon, but they want to stay out in Colony 6, mainly to see if they got attacked by the Mechon, because if they're in the lower part of the Binus, they assume that Colony 6 may have gone attack as well. So right now we officially started our journey. We're going further into the cave that we were in earlier. And we're going to go and fight one of the most annoying fights in the game. So during practice, I got like stuck here for 15 seconds in one spot because they all kept on attacking me. So hopefully this isn't the case. Let me use stream image, please. Thank goodness. So I had to rely on Ryan using... Oh, he punched. That wasn't as bad.
You're really getting into this, Ryan. Now it's Ryan's time.
Say as bad, but it was...
Yeah, it was bad.
First one was 15 seconds. This one was nearly instant.
This fight can go a lot faster. Like I can just use So if I got that shot earlier during the middle phase fight, I could use Monado's Cyclone, which is a special move where we use the Monado's powers, and yeah, we just wipe them all out. Oh, anyway, so Ryan's been like attacked by all the spiders, and he was dragged up, which is why we're only playing as Shulk at the moment. So we had to save him.
The environments are beautiful.
Yeah, they're really pretty. So during this fight, you're meant to get a vision which stops time, and you see a little cutscene of what the huge spider is about to do. But we just take a step forward and we skip the vision because we just need to beat the boss.
Right, you're a lifesaver. Right, you're a lifesaver.
And we get the a gut fluid from the queen, which breaks a spider web, and then we just go, we just go to the end of the cave. When we're finally out of the cave, we get treated to like a really cool cutscene of Shulk and Ryan looking at the Mechonis, and they're saying, "That's where our enemy is."
So those are essentially planets, right? They sort of operate as such?
Kind of. I would say like really big. Because we are on the same planet.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so big city sort of things. That's amazing!
Oh yeah, you might have heard me use my splits, but yeah, I'm just using that as a guide. So here we enter one of the coolest like music areas in the game. Unfortunately, it's night, so you don't get to hear the iconic part of the music.
Is that iconic as in beautiful, or iconic as
you would
in
know it when you
laughable?
Hear it, basically.
Okay. Is it notorious in some way?
It's not notorious. It's actually like really nice.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's kind of a loaded
This is like one of those
statement.
areas where you go like, whoa, this area is huge. Like, look how big this area is.
It really is. And it looks so peaceful.
Yeah, you can travel to like almost everywhere around this area. This is like one of the games where it says like, you see that place, you can travel there. And you might find that a bit familiar to Breath of the Wild when that was introduced.
I love that. I love sandbox games. Most of what I do in games, especially like these, is exploring. Like, I see a cliff, I want to be on top of that cliff.
Yeah, so instead of going where the arrow wants us to go, we are going to a landmark at first because we don't want to have to travel the distance again.
Yeah,
So in
think for
order to
yourself.
prevent more walking time, we are going to travel here ahead of time and then go back.
Do you have to unlock the fast travel positions? Is that it?
Yes, you do. So once you see, once you hear the sound and you're like dun, 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 or something like that, yeah, you just you have to unlock them first. That's one thing that New Game Plus does not carry over. Okay, so here for this fight, I have to position myself in between these two enemies. I prefer to go up to this tree, and then I get. Also, the burning buggy is owned by this kid called Juju, and he's the absolute worst. And,
Is he just an annoying character?
he is. He gets himself into danger, and he thinks he can go back to Colony 6, which to their worst fear has been attacked, and most of the residents in Colony 6 have moved into this location that we're going to. So they're stuck in the cave now, and it's pretty sad.
I always hate the characters who are annoying, get themselves into trouble, and then essentially become the MacGuffin.
Yeah. And the character that we're talking to is who happens to be one of our new party members. Her name is Shala. She's a healer. She heals using ether rifle rounds, which sounds really weird. And also, this is another point of the game where we can't quick travel. We have to just walk away back to the landmark. So yeah, sometimes the game forces you to just not quick travel.
So there is a day and night cycle in this game that
Yes,
seems
there
to be
is.
almost real time.
Yeah, the time is okay. So it goes. So you see it. See that thing in the top.
Little moon.
Yeah, the no, not the moon. The whole map thing that you can see. Around it is like a clock.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
And I see it ticking.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see it ticking every second. Is a tick.
See, that's me not being observant.
It's
I
actually
should know
pretty
better.
Oh yeah, so at this point Juju has run up on and he's trying to go back to Colony 6 to find survivors and find Gadot, which is Charles' fiance. And we soon discover that his buggy is on the bridge and he's just gone on foot because it's broken down again. So well done, Juju. Also, yes, I'm also actively avoiding those blue orbs. Those
What are
blue
they?
orbs? Oh, I explained them earlier. They're collectibles. But
Okay.
But at this point in the game, Shock now gets visions, and if I actually step into one, and it could be randomly a vision can happen, and that actually wastes time, about 6 seconds I think for each time you get a vision. Also, I'm running directly here because sometimes it's faster to get the cutscene to trigger, and it puts you in a different spot.
Wow, are all these locations places that you can fast travel to? Or is it just landmarks?
Landmarks are the places you can fast travel to. So when you get the locations, you do get experience from them, and AP and SP, which are like ability points which upgrade your arts, and skill points which upgrade your skill points? No, I might be wrong, but it's been a while since I played this game casually. But I know ability points upgrade your
See, I love that mechanic in game. Because, again, I'm an explorer, so I love leveling up by just running around and seeing cool stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're fighting him. Juju.
Oh, whoa.
But we need to fight him again.
You're a
The
lifesaver.
rebel again. And Ryan just tells us where he goes. So here I want to go fully all the way around and
Above.
this
Let's get
backslash
it.
off. Wow, I got him just in time. That was actually close to be bad. So here we fight against our first major enemy, but at the moment he's Mysterious Face. So we're going to get him to half HP, and then I'm going to run away from him and I don't need to fight him anymore. And he is such a great actor. He's got a lot of personality built in him, so I think he's a pretty cool villain. So I'm just waiting. The size so reduces, like, actually, if you're wondering.
Yeah, this is different.
Because I hit his damage barrier. Anyway, so Juju gets captured again. And we have to save him.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah, this kid is yeah. Yeah, it makes me shake my head.
Yeah, you sneeze and he's gone. Like, just get him, put him in a room, lock the door, and get away.
I'm sorry, I'm just sobbing really hard. Oh, I should mention, by the way, of this next part, because I actually really have to focus on this next part. So the next part of the game is Ether Mine, and it's one of the reasons why New Game Plus might not be as easy as you think it might be. So what's going to happen there is the moment I enter the Ether Mine, there's a cycle. The cycles just go. And I have to make a certain cycle, but I can barely make a single error. If I make an error, I won't be able to make this incredibly difficult jump that is absolutely crazy that it's even possible. Which is why I put the fall damage reduction gems onto Shulk's gauntlets. Also, yes, this is the iconic music. So, yeah, this is a big run killer coming up. And if I pull it off, you're definitely going to hear a reaction.
So, we need some RNG blessings. Spam faith in chat. We're gonna get it.
I hope so, because there is an RNG section of the part, which is the battle. So the battle I need good RNG for. Because the Mechon they can move very erratically.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. I got blocked off a little bit, but this shouldn't be too bad. Okay, this fight, hopefully it won't go bad. Please don't go bad. Okay, this fight went well. Thank goodness. So we might have a chance. Of course, it depends on how good I am at platforming, but we'll get there when we get there.
We believe.
Also,
we believe in you.
There's also going to be a unique monster basically facing where I need to go, which is why I have Earth Cloak on as well.
And unique monsters do aggro on you.
Yes, they do if you get into their sight, and that's a unique monster right there. Don't spot me, thank goodness.
Ooh.
Because if the unique monster spots me, I won't be able to hit that switch, which is very important. So I can open this door and continue on with the game. Get out of the way, Ryan. Also, your partner is to get in the way.
You're not ending this for me. Yeah, all of this looks incredibly precise.
Oh, you're about to see something really precise.
I'll be quiet, I'll be quiet.
Oh, I might make it. This might be a bit iffy now. I can still make it, but it might be super iffy. Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow. Oh my god.
Just barely?
You have no idea how hard that jump is. So this jump is only possible thanks to fall defense gems and how fast you go in 50 hertz speed. This jump is absolutely crazy, like how everything lines up. You have to jump down on a platform that is moving down. It's absolutely nuts.
And you do take fall damage, so...
Yes, you do take fall damage. If by the way, on that first jump, if I went any lower, I would have died instantly. There's a point where you just die instantly.
Wow.
So that first jump, if that jump ended any lower than where I jumped, I would have died. Oh god. But believe it or not, this is not over. There's another tight cycle I have to make.
More of them?
There's more. Also, what's your favorite Monado power, chat? Just to calm down from this.
Yeah, a little shake it off.
Oh, that's my favorite Monado power, by the way.
Wait, you just clipped right through there, didn't you?
Yeah, that only works with 50 hertz.
Walls, no big deal.
But yeah, that jump skips like a huge like waiting section. Oh, I was half asleep. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I was just like, for some reason I thought there was a cutscene to skip.
Oh, good fight.
Oh,
Let's stay
I'm not gonna
focused.
make it this time.
Let's keep on going like this, guys.
Completely. I was just like over the adrenaline rush, but it's okay.
Do you have to wait for a whole other cycle then?
Yeah, because you can't save and load.
Oh. And it's all about the fan blades going around, right? Those things?
Yeah, those blades, they're on the cycle the moment you enter that area at the very beginning. So you don't even see them when you enter.
Oh, so you constantly have to be on it.
Yeah, that's why it's really precise. It's like your movement has to be like perfect. Anyway, so we're fighting again. And I was slow there, so we're not gonna make it. I know what happened there. I was supposed to use backslash fighting. Anyway, we get Godot's rifle at the end of the fight because I think because during that event we saved Juju, and that fight's usually really tough in your game, by the way, because you don't have this Monado.
You saved Juju, but presumably he runs away again.
No, he doesn't. We actually saved Juju.
This is the real time. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah. There was no way I was gonna make that. I
It
would
was
have
so
fallen
close,
off the
though.
edge. I would have
Yeah.
fallen off the edge for the Xenoblade platforming. I just missed out, but that's okay. It's okay.
How many seconds does that cost?
That costs like 10 to 15 seconds.
Ooh, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So my PB is like less than a minute and a half behind my son best. So yeah, this run is really off the place. Okay, so here we fight Sword for one last time. He yells a lot.
I love that. That
And
was
then we
really
get
good.
attacked by the Mechon. Again. So here I want to use another buster on all these. Three of them. That's three. And then I got the back slash on two. So that's really nice.
The power of the Monado.
But yeah, that was a pretty neat even mine apart from. So here, normally a lot of people switch to Dunban here, but we're going to keep shouting our party for a little bit longer. And this is the part of the game where forced weather can be active. So after this cutscene, it'll always be night and thunderstorm weather here. So if you happen to miss out on some unique monsters for being cool at this point in the game, like now's a really good chance to just go back and get the casual playthrough.
Is that also something you can utilize in like 100% playthrough?
Yes, absolutely. There has been a 100% run of this game, and this game is pretty huge. It's like I think the Grand got like under 24 hours, but I
I'm
need to
sorry.
refresh
Under 24 hours.
Yeah,
That is bonkers.
yeah. This game is huge.
Wow.
Yeah, normally. Oh, really? He didn't get under 4 hours? Oh, he did. I must have.
100% with all the cutscenes. Wow.
No, it's not. It's not all the cutscenes. All the cutscenes will add like an hour. I'm not kidding. That's how many cutscenes there are. There's even more in Xenoblade 2, by the way. There's like I think around 15 to 16 hours of cutscenes in Xenoblade 2. Yeah, it's a shorter game. Oh, so anyway, so we slow down in the water. So we're just going to try and avoid all the water here. We're in Sator Marsh, by the way. We're starting our journey to the top of Bionis. Because Shulk had a vision, and it told him, like, he'll fight Metalface at the top of the Bionis. And he is... He knows that he can finally hurt Metalface. And it's been bugging him all the time why he can hurt Metalface. That's why he can, even though the Monado is effective against Mechon, for some reason against Space Mechon, they can't be damaged. So by the Monado. So yeah, he wants to make that vision come true now. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X 100% was recently done actually. By
How
the
long
same
is
guy,
that?
and he got like 20, I think a mid 20 hour run. So Xenoblade Chronicles X is basically another Xenoblade game. It's a bit different to this one. It doesn't have much plot compared to this game, but
How is that possible? Are you allowed to take breaks on a 20-hour run?
yeah, you're absolutely allowed
Okay,
to.
I was like, because that's terrifying.
Also, this poison punches us. Don't ask me why.
wasn't ready for that.
Oh, hello? Oh. The quick travel button did not work.
Yeah, I was about to ask, oh, do you slow down when you're in water? And then I could visually see that you slowed down when... So it seems like you have to avoid that.
If you get really unlucky with the weather here, there can be like a fog weather here, and you can barely see anything, and a unique monster here, and 80s, and Shulk is a glass cannon, which means he's very powerful in attack, but he can't like take a hit. So this little 80-something unique monster will just like tear through your health.
Really?
If you're not careful. Yeah. Speaking of unique monsters, actually, we're coming up to one, and he's guarding a red orb. And a red orb is relevant to our quest, to completing the game. So this guy right here, he's standing right next to it, and I go grab the orb. And I did not grab the orb. I'm gonna just kill him.
Smashy the guy. Oh, he's cute though. I'm a Nikasaur. I like lizard people.
Too easy.
Let's
Sorry,
stay
I
focused.
kill it, but...
It's okay. I'm used to it by now. There's a lizard in games. Chances are it dies, so it's just a fact of life now.
Yeah, ideally you don't want to be spotted by it, but he just... I want to collect the orb. Oh yeah, that song, by the way, it's You Will Know Our Names, and it's a pretty awesome. You'll hear more of it later on, though. Oh yeah, those enemies are level 80. And up here, if you come here casually, you're in a new game, you're like in a new game speedrun, you're like level 50 something here, but that's still not enough to beat those guys.
Yeah, they're level 80, you said.
Yeah, and you have like a disadvantage when you fight enemies that are 10 levels above you. Like you can't hit them at all. There's a very low chance that you can, because there's like a 5% chance you always are able to hit them.
Is this a place you can just easily meander into? Like, what's over here? Oh no!
Yeah, there's I think it was mentioned earlier in chat, but during the section with the iconic music, Gale Plains, you could encounter a level 81 unique monster just running around the first area of Gale Plains you enter.
You know, just to mess up your day.
Yeah,
Just for no reason, just because.
Yeah, so I try to use the current to move a bit faster, and thank goodness I'm fourth the edge. That would be a bit embarrassing. But yeah, we're collecting the red orbs. We actually don't have the quest for it, but it's actually faster to collect the red orbs before you get to it. Also here, I'm hoping to get this jump. I got it, nice. So this jump just propels you off the waterfall.
Look at you go, you're flying. You're doing a fly.
Yeah. I didn't think it was the best possible jump, but it was pretty good. Also, I didn't mean to collect that, but I collected it anyway. And now we go back to the Satorta statue. Even though I was landmark, one of those exceptions where, yeah, this is one of those areas where you can actually get the landmark from really far away. It's one of the few areas in the game where you actually get the landmark from far away. Also, this knock-on does not stop talking.
Yeah, he's a chatty boy.
But yeah, you get, because we did that quest before earlier, we just, yeah, we can just do it right. We get one less text box, which saves a little bit of time. So here we Firebird. I'm gonna run away from after I use Air Slash.
Get out of here, bird.
I
So
can
hopefully
see in the shower right now.
Who else wants some? Piece of cake!
No, but I can click back up through the stairs. It'll be okay. There we go. It wasn't too far off. Oh yeah, that's the power of 50 Hz speed.
Can you just jump out of there?
Yeah.
Is that a place where you can get stuck? It seems like that could be a soft lock point.
No, it isn't, surprisingly.
That's lucky.
Yeah. So here, this is where your party members become your worst enemies. So they can actually block you off from climbing. And this is a very thin section of climbable wall. So they can just block you off, or you can just push them off. You won't push them off because they're just going to get in your way, messes.
It is what must be done. It's just gentle nudges. You're not hurting them.
There is full damage in the game, but they actually survive a 1 HP, even if the full damage is supposed to be lethal. But they're controlled by the AI. So they'll be fine, yeah.
Yeah, they're used to it.
Oh my goodness. Please get onto the wall. Just immediately.
Oh, I love that. I love the weird teleportation thing that they do where they're like, no, we're just in the place where you need to be, no big deal.
Oh yeah, so right now we're in the insides of the Bionis. I also need to get this ready.
Yeah, it said trachea, so you're in. Okay, all right. Yeah, we are definitely. This
We're
is a
inside
long.
something.
We're just
And
exploring.
I'm gonna save over here. And then I'm gonna load the save because it resets the cycle. This is the only save and load you do in the 50 Hz speedrun of this.
Yeah, it seems like there's not a lot of manipulation that you do.
No, there isn't. But in the 60 Hz run, you do all the save and load to make cycles. But yeah, we're inside the biome, basically. The land we live on, so you can go inside and outside of it. It's quite something. To be
And they
able
don't
to
seem
go
to mind.
inside. Yeah. I mean, it can't move, so why would it care?
You are literally in something's throat right now, and it doesn't seem to care. That's pretty cool.
Also, this is like a bad guy cutscene that we just skipped.
Are there any cutscenes that aren't unskippable? Or, sorry, that are unskippable?
Oh, no, we can skip all. Oh, no, there is one, actually. But that's at the point of no return.
So that's like the big one.
Yeah. So here we're in Magna Forest. It's a really pretty area.
Yes, I love this. There's big mushrooms.
And it's basically supposed to be like a forest jungle. It's with giant caterpillars and flies. And all
Okay,
that
I'm
stuff.
not such a fan of the caterpillars, but
But
there
yeah,
are
here we just grab the thing. Also over here, we can actually swim to this waterfall if we want to. Like you can actually swim all the way there.
I'm gonna have to play this game now. You're convincing me every minute. Just leave me here. Go on without me. I'll stop the commentary. I will just live in this jungle.
And there's a bunch of faves as well around here. So this jungle's already pretty cool.
Oh, I love it. How
I
often
do
do you use landmarks, by the way?
You hit a lot of landmarks early in the game, but once you get onto the Mykonos, landmarks start becoming sparse.
Because you don't seem to do a lot of backtracking from what I see. I mean, it's good to have the landmarks, but you seem to be going in a pretty linear fashion.
At the moment, yeah.
Don't tell me Juju gets free again. You have to go back.
No. Juju's out of the game.
No.
There's actually a whole quest about rebuilding Colony 6 because it's been razed down by the Mechon. And Juju somehow makes all these crazy things out of just stuff.
What did he learn while in captivity?
Learned a lot, apparently. Oh yeah, so we encounter a girl who's unconscious, and we have to help her. So Shulk has gone off on his own to
Goodbye!
to get the ether crystals that Charlotte needs to use to heal her.
God, do you miss that jump ever? Because that just feels like you can miss it.
You can, but I
Good.
don't miss it. Alright, nice. I split light. So now we get the girl. Her name's Melia, and we also have to do some item stuff. Also, Dunban is automatically pulled in our party, which is nice and convenient for us. So we need to change our gloves to glory gauntlets, and we need to reshuffle our inventory. So, quick step.
Are there actual like gear and stuff that you need to collect along the way?
For not during the run, but for the preparation of the run. Do I have quick step on me? I do. I need to strength up. It's wrong gem. Fine. And here we're going to equip Marilee with quick step. Yeah. So the girl is Melia. She happens to be a lady that can control the ether, and she somehow survived the attack against a creature called Alethea, which is why we found her unconscious.
And she's super cute.
Yes, she is. She's also voiced by Jenna Coleman, who happened to be Clara in Doctor Who, and this is before she got that role, which is pretty cool. This game came out before she got that role, so that's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, 2011. That's amazing. Someone in Doctor Who and this as well.
Yeah. I think my cat's trying to get into my room.
Let the cat in. Free the cat.
Oh, I can't. She'll just like pounce all over me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't PB with a cat hanging out. I can barely commentate with mine here. He's very fussy.
No. Yeah, she really wants to spend time with me, but I can't let her in. So we arrived at the village of the Nopon, and they're these cute little creatures that barely go up to your knees. Yeah, they're round and cuddly and all that stuff. And the big problem here is to not fall off. If you fall off, more often than not, you'll die. So
Yeah, it's just enough.
There's a lot of verticality to this. So.
Oh, but they're so cute.
Yeah, I'm just running past all of them. Oh yeah, that landmark we just passed there is a character. That character's going to be in our party pretty soon.
One of the Nopon guys?
Yeah, we get a Nopon in it. And,
It's a party with a Nopon.
Yeah, he comes into our party. He's quite interesting actually, because he has like wife and like a lot of kids. And
How often do you?
The next cutscene is the cutscene that introduces him into the game. Oops. Nice. Nice menuing.
How often do you change party members?
Not often in this, but we do get to change party members. We do get to change party. So
Yeah, so
so
like,
now we have to So the reason why we're going around the village again is so that we collect weapons and armor for the Hieropon Ricky. Because he's called Hieropon, but the only reason why he's called Hieropon is because he owes a debt to the village and he's forced to go out and be a hero. It's quite sad. But yeah, he owes a big debt and he has a family and
he's like, please no, not me. So they're like, you're our hero now, buddy.
yeah, you are.
That's pretty good. It seems like an arbiter from Halo kind of thing. Like, you're the chosen one now, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry, them's the break. Oh no!
I'm good. You survived that. Alright. No. Oh, yes it is. I'm gonna get spotted by that. No, I'm not. How did I not get spotted by that? Also, that big T-Rex can attack us, by the way.
I am a big fan.
Yeah, there's dinosaurs here that can... And that one will aggro onto you.
I love
There's a
aggressive
Gold 98.
dinosaurs. Yay!
And if you get into the site, yeah. And it's bad, because Shulk's, again, is very fragile. And if he gets hit like a few times, he's gonna die.
Well, I am glad. See, I'm channeling my dinosaur power to be like, don't look at Shulk!
But yeah, we're now helping Ricky and Melia defeat the Telephia that got away. And that's absorbing the ether in the forest. By the way, the ether is... I should mention what ether is. So ether is like the life force of all living things on the biomes. And it's very important. I'm going to avoid this here.
Ooh, lava!
So here I use less focus. Yeah.
Let's focus our efforts.
Oh no, I don't need to get me off that. Thank you.
We can definitely do this.
So here we're going to use the power of First Strike, because she actually can't one-shot this. This enemy is a bit too tanky for a one-shot. So here we're going to go around, we're watching our party members do damage, and then one-shot.
You're really getting into this, Ryan.
So now that we've beaten the giant Telephia, we can get passage up to Erisea. And I grabbed the Tree's Resonance earlier, landmark, to actually go up. You can actually miss that landmark, and you have to travel a long way up.
Ugh.
So Shulk has a talk with Melia, and she agrees to lead them to the Emperor of the land, because they need special permission to go onto Prison Island, which is the location where the vision is.
Prison Island.
Yeah. I wonder what that means. Also, sometimes you can accidentally talk to the other Nopon here.
Don't do it.
And the other Nopon, she's called Berry Jamie. And, yeah. You can accidentally talk to her.
Did you ever play through this casually?
Yes, I did.
How long did it take you to get through it all?
Oh, about... I'm trying to remember... like 100 and something hours? I did a lot.
Did you know that you were going to speedrun it at the beginning, or was it,
No,
maybe I'll try this?
I just wanted to play the game because I heard it was really good. And it was. far exceed my expectations.
Oh, I love this place. I love all the places. What am I saying? They're all beautiful.
Yeah, this area is really beautiful at night.
So do you have a minute? Can
Oh,
you talk
yeah.
about stuff like what passes over for New Game Plus versus just New Game? Like what
So
kind of
New
stuff?
Game Plus, a lot of stuff gets passed over. Like you choose your weapons, your equipment from when you're asked to pass stuff over. Also, oh wait, I don't have a minute. Hold on, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I thought.
We'll put a pin in it. We'll get back to it.
Yeah, we'll get back to it because I'm about to explain something. So here, Melia is going to ask for permission from the Emperor, but unfortunately, the rest of the party actually get captured, unbeknownst to her. So she's going up to the Emperor with no idea that they've been captured.
Cool, it's just her. She has no health.
Yeah, she's a mage. So, well, a mage in a sense, yeah. Because she uses ether, she manipulates ether and uses it as magic. But yes, we did get to play a little bit Melia. Unfortunately, no combat with her. Oh no, we do have combat with her. Never mind.
She's just amongst her people, just chatting. No big deal. Hello.
Yeah. I mean, she could just walk up there. I wonder why.
Oh, what a cool looking place.
So now playing a Shulk, and we have to talk to our party members in order to advance the game. So people are friendly, yes they are. And Ryan doesn't trust Melia now because they're in prison. A pretty prison.
Wait, is this Prison Island?
No, this is a prison.
Okay, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful prison.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we're doing a mission on behalf of on behalf of the Hyantia. Apparently some are trapped and we need to and we can help them. So we do a bit of walking. So I can finally explain what's Passover mean. So
Yay!
obviously levels are Passover, AP, SP. If you mastered your skills, they get passed over as well. Gems are automatically passed over. And in order for this file to be set up, they have to be put in a certain order in order for efficient menuing. What else?
Now, do you have to have 100% done before you get
don't.
all the items?
Affinity and skill trees are also over. That's the last thing I've forgotten. And collectibles that you've collected and put in your collectopedia. That's right. That's the word.
So you can do an any percent run without having done 100% of everything, just as long as you get the items and the stuff that you'll need for that run. Oh, sorry.
And New Game Plus, New Game
Yeah.
Plus, yeah. Yeah, you don't need the 100% of the game, which is fortunate.
It's
But
very
you
nice.
do have to be level 99 because obviously that's max damage you can do and stuff. And so you don't get spotted by a ton of enemies. You need affinity between all your party members except for 2, which helps with the... So the reason why we don't get affinity between 2 of them is because their skills don't really help each other. And also that their the skills don't help each other, and it's just useful gem crafting, because what you need to do is craft all 6 gems, but those 6 gems are like they're difficult to make. So you need to like also here's a little strat here. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna just use stream edge. Get them all, but unfortunately
There's no end to them.
run away from this too.
Getting there, Shulk.
I didn't want to get them all, but I didn't.
Through that pretty good.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
Just the little bits of banter in between. It's very cute.
Yeah, I should mention that the party members have a little bit of banter between them, depending on which party is active. Parties are usually made up of free. Oh, what? I didn't mean to select that. That's not the area I want to go.
Oh no!
It's okay.
Do I got a second to do a shout out?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
It seems on the
Yes.
Frame Fatale's Twitter, we have just opened up 2 new polls. So one of them is for La Mulana, the music, the classic OST versus the remake. So you can vote on that. And save, kill, or taunt the animals. I think we know the right choice. But go over to
Anyway, so here this fight. Sorry,
No, go on.
you go up against
Right,
human
you're a
enemies.
lifesaver.
Now, normally your attack would be effective against them because
You're really getting into this, right?
I've got Monado, but because we will the best Monado, we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, the fight's really interesting in New Game because we don't use Shulk in the party. I don't think. Again, we go out because these assassins they're assassins. Yeah, they're assassins, and they're going to kill Melia, who's trying to do this trial in the High Tier Tomb to be accepted as the next ruler. We find that she's a princess, by the way. She's the crown princess. So that's why she can just walk up to the emperor.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Fancy lady.
Yes, and Charlotte goes, her posh accent should have given her... Xenoblade's on Wii, Wii U, and new 3DS.
Yeah, how does this run on 3DS?
It works pretty okay, but I've heard there was some bad crashes on there.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's not good. Anyway, we're fighting as Melia. Fight these robots.
You gonna fight?
So we have to actually first summon a thing, and then we use it in the middle.
That's called Bolt! The ether is flowing through me!
But yeah, I did not experience any crashes on my... Let me run away.
Ancient spirit of
Thank
ice!
you. So I run away from this fight in order to be ready to just go.
Do they always aggro on you?
Yes, because it's part of the story. And you're
Oh.
trapped in the little fight. Anyway, so she gets accepted by her ancestor as the next ruler. She gets recognized by her ancestor. And all of a sudden, she's attacked by the assassin. So we gotta save her right now.
She gets through all of that and then just gets captured.
She hasn't captured. She's being attacked at the moment. Like I
Oh,
think this
no.
is happening like in tandem. And the reason why we're down here is thanks to Ryan. He pressed the button that he shouldn't have pressed. And yeah, he got trapped. Oh my god! Oh god! If I fell down there, super bad. Sorry about that. That was absolutely scary.
Got some Assassin's Creed going on here, some Prince of Persia.
Yeah, we're climbing on the walls. So here we're hoping for Ryan to please use it. I'm surprised you reckon for it. That's weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Get out of here.
So now we're making our way to rescuing Melia. So you may have noticed Dunban is also kind of as well. So I mentioned one of these got paralyzed thanks to the Monado, and because he was the original wielder in that first battle.
Oh, really?
But he's somehow making work of it, which is pretty amazing.
That is really cool.
Yeah, Dunban's for lack of a better word, he's a badass.
Yeah, I did notice that. His arm's just there. And these guys don't even look at you.
No, again, only unique monsters can spot us, and there's not many unique monsters in this area.
That is so
in a casual playthrough, you can come back here, and there's like a little 90 unique monster, really high. Also, this fight is really cool if I can pull it off, so hopefully I can pull it off. So here we're not going to take advantage of our use the Monado here, hope to get them.
Let's focus our efforts. Not a problem. Monado, let us your power. I'm really feeling it. Don't get killed.
And she has the loudest scream ever. I'm sorry. Or the most dramatic. Take it.
Wow. That scream, though.
Oh yeah, so this part of the game forces you to have a shulk at the front of your party. This is the only time of the game where you have like a member of your party in the first position. So yeah, Melia saves, and we're going to just see her. She has called us up, and we're going to all see her. Also, I should mention we go to this prison a lot. Like, it's crazy amount of times that we go to the same room, and sometimes it gets a bit confusing. I'm surprised I'm able to remember so far. Also, I got the jump. Wow! Oh my goodness! I got another cool jump. That is really sick. So normally you jump into the water, but
And that slows you down.
And it slows you down. But
That's
because
really
like that was really good platforming. Wow, I rarely get that.
So apart from the prison, how often do you revisit area?
Not an awful lot.
But it's just that one place where you're like, I'm constantly going back. All right, what cycle
Yeah.
am I on?
Yeah, and you have to think what part of the story am I up to, which is really important to play a game casually before you start speedrunning. Because if you don't remember what part of the story you're up to, which is how I remember, you just won't remember where you're up to, and then you lose track, and then it's really bad.
I would be terrible at that.
Oh, it's raining? Wow.
Is that
Sorry.
a bad thing?
No, it isn't. It's just fascinating.
Apart from the unique monsters, does the weather affect you in other ways?
Not really. It's just for pretty effects, and like there's some weather that's really pretty. And also, this is another point in the game where we can't quick travel. So Callian tells us, which is Melia's brother, by the way. For some reason, he's not Crown Prince. He's not the Crown Prince. He's just a prince because He's Melia's brother. But yeah, so he tells us that there's going to be a Mechon attack, and the Emperor has gone to Prison Island. Also, we did not get permission to actually go to Prison Island. We actually failed to because Shulk's revealed to have a black heart of sorts because his quest is purely for revenge.
Oh.
Against the Mechon, and the Emperor disallows him to go to Prison Island, but because the Emperor's in danger, now we get permission or not. So that's why we're taking a very long trek to Prison Island.
Are we breaking in like renegades?
And, yeah, you can see Prison Island in the background. They attacking around it. Also, it's going to be a very loud voice coming from the cutscene. Oh, maybe not. I'm thinking of another cutscene. So yeah, now we're gonna, we can take a long track. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask, absolutely in chat or anywhere, because there's gonna be about 5 minutes of just walking.
This is the long one.
Yeah.
You mentioned before something about chain attacks. Can you talk more about that?
Oh, so chain attacks are so you can stop combat entirely because an action RPG, and then use moves in a chain, in a row. Enemies can use chain attacks too. There's enough of them, but you have to have 3 members in your party in this game, and you have to and you start off and you have to use the same color art. So you may have noticed that some of the moves that we have are certain colors, and in order to make the chain go on, you have to in order to make the chain go on, you have to use the same color art. There will be a point where you can't use the same color, and you hope that the combo continues, and that's when your affinity comes in, the relationship between the party members. So the higher affinity you have between the party members that you have, the longer the chain attack will go. We don't use chain attacks in New Game Plus for fast strats, but we do use chain attack in the normal 80%, the new game 80%.
Yeah, because I guess the fights just don't last that long in this one, right?
Yeah, they don't last long enough to warrant a chain attack.
I have a question about affinity. How do you gain that? What is the purpose?
Okay, so you get affinity with quests and during combat in party members. You may have seen the action where you go press the B button at the start of the battle. If you press them at a good time, you can activate. You just get more hearts between members, and eventually it levels up to level 2 infinity, level 3 infinity, and the max is level 5. That's the max relationship. And unlocking those gives you heart to heart, which is little cutscenes where the party members will talk to each other about certain things, and it's pretty cool. Also, by the way, a little speed thing here. If you go to the right here, it's slightly faster. Also, a disadvantage of 50 Hz is that you have to wait longer for the game to think that you've done a thing, and go into the menu. Oh, I need a drink. Sorry.
No, by all means.
Yeah.
And so I assume that affinity is the people directly in your party, not just in your roster, for instance.
It's both in your party and that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you can only increase the affinity if they're in your main party. Unless you give them stuff that they like. through the collectibles in the game.
Oh,
The orbs that we collect. So they may like some things and you give them what they would. You get them.
here, I got you
And
this.
also, if you complete, and also if you complete quests with your party members, you get parts as well. And there's a lot of side quests in this game. It's like I think there's 480 quests in this game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, quite a few people said that their first run-throughs were around 180 hours. I'm like, that's a huge game.
It's a really big game, yeah. Anyway, so we're almost up to our next fight. So our next fight, I need to use, I believe, Battle Soul, which decreases my HP by half, but I get my talent gauge back up, and I need that pretty soon. I think. Oh my god, the weather changed.
Bad thing, good thing, exciting.
Good thing, it's
Yes.
exciting.
Ha 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 ha. Take that, weather.
So use the focus.
Let's focus our efforts. Not a problem.
That was not fun.
I'm feeling it.
But yeah, the weather in the background is shooting stars. So that monster came from Prison Island. So yeah, we get pretty weather for Prison Island. Usually it's forced to rain when you get to Prison Island, but because shooting stars happen, we get shooting stars.
Oh, that is gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, I was just like, pretty weather on Prison Island. Ha. Nope, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm going to show as much of it as I can. Yeah, it's really that gorgeous. I don't care if I lose time. It's worth it. It's worth showing you all the pretty weather. You see in the background too in the cutscenes. It's so good. I should also mention, speaking of attention to detail in this game, the visions that you have, you wear the clothes when you normally get the vision, but obviously when you get to the vision, you upgrade. So it's quite interesting how they're not entirely the same. You change that sort of future in a way where you get like better equipment.
It's fascinating.
Definitely fascinating with what happens at the end of the game. We're not there yet.
Do you got time for some questions from the chat?
No, I don't. The next
Okay.
boss fight is coming up really fast.
Let me know when.
Yeah,
I got
so
some
we're gonna
good ones.
fight Metal. We're gonna fight Metalface again, and we're about to make that vision come true. We also meet up with the prisoner of the island, which is I should explain that later, because we're fighting Metalface now. So focus our efforts. Dunban to use Peerless, which increases
Let's
that,
focus our efforts.
and we get. Unfortunately, the Emperor dies after this battle to protect Melia. So
Wow.
yeah. So obviously Melia has to ascend the throne, but also here we get like a somber moment with Dunban. But Melia gets to be part of that party because Callian agrees to be the regent while she has her journey with Shulk and the party. So he's a really cool prince. Her brother. So
I gotta
because,
say, it's. Oh, no, go on.
yeah, it was mainly because to help her relationship with people around the Bionis and the world, which is why she's allowed to go on this journey with them. Yeah, so what were you about to ask? Sorry?
Oh, no, I was I was just laughing that you attack Metalface a bunch of times, then he gets put in prison, and you go there and
he
attack
doesn't.
him again.
He goes to Prison Island to kill off the giant there, which is the
never
prisoner
mind.
there. Yeah, sorry.
No, I thought it was really
Yeah,
funny.
sorry,
It was just
I
like,
did not explain that.
I'm in jail. You can't conquer me anymore, and you're just like, haha.
But yeah, it's so what happens in Prison Island is that we discover a giant that's in prison. He's called Zanza, and he releases the shackles of Monado, and that allows Shulk to use a bit more of the Monado's power, but at the cost of being able to harm humans. Also, the shooting stars. Sorry. Shooting star weapon is so cool.
Oh, it's so cool.
I'm gonna try and get a bit of it in while I'm talking to this guy. Okay. No more shooting star weapons. Sorry.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of like choice or interactions with the actual characters in the games very often. Not in this one anyway. It doesn't force it on you.
No, it doesn't. It actually more affects the side quests that you have choices between the characters, and some of them have positive effects and some of them have negative effects, but it's mainly for side quests. And we don't worry about that unless 100%.
That's really cool.
Because sometimes you just lose access to certain quests if you go on a different path, which is why you can't do all quests in one playthrough. Oh yeah, and another thing about Prison Island too, we found out so that's another thing, but she's not quite herself. So Emperor dies, we can hurt Metalface now, and Fiora is inside a mechon, and she is not herself. So
This place is cool too. Why does everyone look amazing?
Yeah, this is Valk Mountain. It looks much cooler at night, but unfortunately we're going to see it mostly in daytime.
That's fine. Everything's all glowy and warm.
For now, but it won't be.
So, people were asking, do you run any other Xenoblade games?
I ran two for a bit, two new games, but my time is a bit outdated.
Did you decide to just focus on this one?
No, I ran this game like before 2 even came out.
Oh, really?
Yes, 2 came out in 2017.
Oh, what? What? That was
Yeah.
a switch and a half.
Yeah, the weather changes are wild. Well, the day and night changes are also crazy as well. Like, be just like that.
One more question. What are the biggest run killers in this run?
As I mentioned earlier, that jump, that's a really big run killer.
That was the big one.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. At the start of the game, if you miss a couple of thunders. Oh no, did I make it? Oh jeez, that was scary. Also, this is the slippy side where physics are non-existent.
Oh wow, that is super scary.
Also, Ryan, are you okay?
That is just horrifying. In a casual playthrough, I would have lost my mind.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, the reason... Oh, there's a couple of run killers that are coming up later, but yeah. So the reason why we're here is we have to go to the... apparently found out that the Mechon have retreated to Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress, which is on there. So we had to make our way there. So we had to go through this mountainous area. Yeah, there's also a fight that's a really as well. Mainly because of RNG, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, how much RNG is actually in the game? I mean, mostly you're just fighting the bosses, so...
Yes, but later bosses have once you get to like I would say to Galahad Fortress, things can get a bit things can be determined by RNG, whether what attacks they use and stuff like that. But they're not big run kills compared to the one boss I'm thinking about.
And that boss happens pretty late.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of the worst, if it's like the one thing that determines if you get a good run is at the very end or like pretty late in the game.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Anyway, so we can't seem to get into... So we just go into this cave to get some lava, because there's apparently some sort of heat in this area. See the lava there, and we're just being in a... It's right next to a snowy mountain. Give us probably a volcano or something. A really inactive volcano. And this place is full. Hello? Okay, we're gonna fight you. It's a unique mod. Have to wait for this to disappear. And we've melted the ice, hooray! Yeah, so we find out here. So this is where Shulk talks about a little bit about his parents and that they died here, and he was like the only survivor of this expedition that happened when he was like a little boy. I'm not sure why his parents brought him on this expedition, but that becomes a bit important later in the plot. But now that we've rested, we're just going to the end of this area. I should mention that this area, once you're past the McConnell's core part of the game, houses a lot of super bosses. Super bosses. Although one is a bit iffy if you call them super boss.
The super bosses being just a boss that is particularly hard, or a specific designation?
They're above level 100. They're above level 99, which is the level cap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you're fighting enemies that are above the level cap, and you can't get any stronger. Optimize your party for an agility build mainly, so you can see bosses, and with night vision gems and other stuff that helps with accuracy. The lower level you are compared to the bosses, compared to the enemy, the less likely you'll be able to hit them. And if you're like under 10 levels from that enemy, it's really difficult to hit them.
On New Game Plus, are they a challenge still?
Yes, they can be. One particular boss can.
And also, it seems like your audio when you're talking kind of cuts in and out a little bit. I'm not sure if you just gotta yell about it sometimes or something.
Is that happening?
It's just a little bit. I think it cuts off just sometimes. You might be a little quiet. I'm not really sure.
Okay. I'm gonna try louder then, see if that helps. Anyway.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So this fight here, we're fighting against Mumka, who is the real identity of Metalface. and he survived the fight earlier. He actually survived. That was not a correct split.
Wow. How many times do you attack that guy? This is like the
Twice,
fourth time
actually.
you've killed him?
Yeah, he comes around a bit. Also, I need to reconnect to chat. Sorry about that. I want to see the chat.
No problem.
But yeah, so the big strategy about that fight actually is moving to the left. If you move to the right, he will actually attack you, and well, you'll actually attack him and lose that first strike bonus. So moving to the left is actually a really big in that fight. Your left, not his left.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't tell left from right anyway, so I've just been confused no matter what.
Oh, Sator, yeah, has a high agility super boss, but it's a fairly glass cannon one, so I find that one a bit easier to beat. So anyway, we're officially on the Mechonis now. We've been on the Bionis for all this time, and now we're on the Mechonis. And this is the sword of the Mechonis, hence why the area is called Sword Valley. And we're speaking to Dixon. Haven't talked to him a lot about him, but Dixon's like Shulk's father figure, and he does a lot of research around the. And he's suggesting that all the races of the Bionis should come together and fight against the Mechonis, because they've become a real threat now because of weapons that can really hurt people of the Bionis.
So wait, is this where Shulk grew up?
No, this is actually the area where the fight happened, Dunban. So we're back at the beginning of the game.
No kidding.
And yeah. Oh, you're talking about Colony 9? Colony 9 is where Shulk. Yeah. This is not the area where Shulk.
Yeah, I was like, if that's his father figure, then I'm like, wait.
Yeah, his father figure since his parents died during that incident in the mountains 14 years ago. So, but he doesn't grieve about his parents often. Like, I'm researching. The Monado was a gift from my parents, and I'm gonna try and research it and find out its secret.
Yeah, he's more fascinated by it than... Well, no. He has revenge on the mind, though.
Yeah, he does, but now that Fiora is alive now, a bit conflicted at the moment. In the sense that, because she's alive, and she's Mechon, so he needs...
Yeah, big reveal there.
To figure out how to make her remember him and Dunban in particular. Dunban is her brother, actually. So
Someone in chat named Monado says, "Unlock the secrets."
I think that was one of the taglines of the game.
I appreciate the roleplay.
Anyway, so here we use our quick travels to actually walk to like a part of the quick traveling, being a part of Sword Valley we haven't even traveled to yet.
Oh, really? Is that a glitch kind of thing?
It's not a glitch. It's just where it puts you, and you just abuse that because there's less to travel. We kind of been using it for a bit, but I kind of be beginning to mention that. But this is the area in particular where we use it. We use a bit of it in Valve Mountain, which is the area. And also this little path here is a shortcut, which people don't realize. So unfortunately we skipped the area where we actually were at the beginning of the game, where Dunban all those Mechon.
Seen it. Move on.
Basically.
Are there many glitches actually in the game that you utilized for the run?
For this one, not really, but we just abuse like game mechanics. So, like especially, it's more so in New Game than New Game Plus that we do that. Doing real glitches, like walking through that hall and even mine.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's only available on 50 hertz, which is weird. It's a bit weird that it's only available on 50 hertz, but
Is that the only you're using 50 hertz?
No,
There's
I mentioned also that it's 15 minutes faster because our movement is faster.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, just to recap. Because we are over halfway through at the moment, so, and I mentioned at the very beginning. Anyway, so we're fighting against Metalface again, but this is the last time we fight him. And we're surrounded by all the other Mechon. Dunban? Why are they attacking? Oh, that's why. That's silly. This has been happening recently, but wow.
Right. Don't lose your cool.
Let's skip that. The cutscene, I called the split not like this because at the very end of it, his final words are not like this. And he falls down.
it's not like this.
But now that Metalface is out of our way, we can go through with it. I need Monado Buster for later, because managing our talent gauge is actually really important for this run. And also, for some reason, I could not hear the it's been happening to me like while I've been practicing, but I could not hear the let's focus our attacks. For some reason they did not attack, and I'm not sure what was happening there. But they were supposed to attack, and they did not. My party members, that is.
That is really strange, yeah. I couldn't figure out what was going on, I'm not...
Yeah, they were supposed to be fighting, but they weren't. So...
Strange!
That fight should have been a lot faster than it was.
Was that a bug?
No, it must have been... I must have, like, somehow accidentally, like, pressed the down on my D-pad, which causes them to not attack. I'm not sure how, because they're pressing up. But yeah, I can't... Because I need to listen to the Discord call, I can't really hear properly. And I can't really turn up my monitor up too loud either, because otherwise the echo will catch onto the mic.
Yeah.
Hear and repeat audio.
Again, if there's time when you need quiet time, just let me know and I'll shush.
That's fine. It wasn't really your fault. It was just...
Yes, I also blame the game. Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So here we need to fight against this one Mechon so we can get like a 2D... There we go. Sorry, that took a bit. But I need to make sure I attack that. I always, if I attack the other Mechon, all of them will activate and waste time. So better be safe than sorry.
Oh, this place is so cool too. I really love the visual differences between the two places.
Yeah, so... Whoa, I jumped clear over that. That never happens. Wow.
So agile.
Alright, so here, I have to be careful when hitting this button because there's a unique monster and it might spot me. But I have Earth Cloak on, so it may not spot me. That's a unique monster. And it's scary. Anyway, so I'm gonna go back to the slammer. So I'm safe in it. So if I go there. Instead of just moving again. And it's also faster. Okay. Go back here. and then we go to hit that switch.
Wow, this is a place where I could. It seems like you could get lost here, and like on which step of the part or quest.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Oh, I think Dunban fell into the ether. Which is
He's just gone.
he just fell into the ether. He's allowed punching sounds.
Can they die that way?
Not the AI. You can, but not the AI.
Yeah. Oh right, they only go to 1 health. They somehow survive.
Yes, because they're not controlled by you. Only your party leader is.
What is the benefit to your current team comp? Like, what do these guys do that the other ones don't?
Just the higher attack power.
They're just strong. Brr.
Yep. And their attacks come out fast. Melia does have like really good DP damage over time, which is called dot for short.
But it's
But
dots.
it's a bit it's slower, but it's really fighting super bosses.
But you don't really get a chance to use it because you attack so fast. They all die.
In New Game Plus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this fight is like really important that we have our talent gauge pulled here. So Fiora has summoned a bunch of cronies to fight you, and we need to use them to take them all out. And I did not do that. I think I was too far away. Am I fighting choose to fight? That could be it, but it's okay.
Okay.
So here we won't fight against Goldface, and the camera will force us to fight face nemesis, but we don't want to fight Fiora. Unfortunately, I did not manage my talent gauge goal here. I need it to be like empty. Hello, are you gonna do your move? Thank goodness.
This will be your undoing.
I was mesmerized by Goldface's cool feet.
Also, if I should mention, Goldface is the main villain in this game. He's called Eggle. That's his actual name. But his mechon is just called Goldface, and he claims it's the strongest mechon alive. In fact, it's not true because mechon is super boss.
Yeah, then he wouldn't be level 55. We know something he doesn't.
Exactly. Oh yeah, so we fell from Garhad Fortress right down to the Fallen Arm. This area is called the Fallen Arm. And somehow both Shulk and Fiora survived the fall, and
Wow.
they have a little moment together. Shulk is relieved that she's alive and back to normal.
Yeah, seriously, that's a rug pull, isn't it?
I think so. I should check that a bit more. Where's the back attack though? We trained Shulk's gems here, and here we just equipped Fiora's gems. So yes, Fiora's now officially a part of our party, and she's the only member we get, and we do use her in our party.
He looks a little different.
She does look a bit different, and yeah, her body, because her organs were stabbed, so
Removed.
and removed. So she can actually survive by not eating, but she still needs to drink water. Which is why we had that little quest to fetch her some
The
water.
water.
'Cause after that fall, you need a drink of water. You need to stay hydrated.
Everyone needs to stay hydrated.
Remind to stay hydrated. I mean, the stay hydrated bot just came into the chat and said, like, you gotta stay hydrated.
So you're going back right now to find
Trying to
your,
find our
your
friends.
bros? Yeah,
We're
they're
trying
still
to
in
find
there.
our friends because we separated from the rest of the party. Also, this is where Stream Edge becomes the most inconsistent attack ever. I missed both of them somehow. Even though it should hit all of them. Stream Edge is a bit weird sometimes.
Why wasn't she joining you in the fight?
Because she was, I think she had... How can I describe it? I think she had, like, some sort of, she was exhausted still.
Oh,
because
yeah.
she fell. Yeah, so she's still kind of weak from it.
Yeah, more water.
Yeah, go get more water. Also, this area is, like, actually my favorite area in the game. It's really beautiful because it combines both, like, machine and organic stuff in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is Ryan time right now. And shock. Thank goodness.
Go for this one. I'm really feeling it. Yes. Love seeing the Monardo in action. Get out of here.
Yeah, so we're going to be controlling Ryan because it's changing our partners. So hopefully we get heaps of alley-oops when we jump. He has the best jump sounds. And yes, that is my Ryan emote that Dave is showing off.
Oh, that's an adorable emote.
Yeah, he's Shulk's best friend, so
He looks like a cool guy. Very positive. Thumbs up.
No! You gotta do the alley-oops. That's the wrong sound. Yay!
Alley-oop.
That's really good.
We also get to control Dunban, so we get to control three separate groups of people. That's how our party was divided. And we get to see Ricky in our party, which is the Nopon Heropon. But unfortunately, we don't ever get to control them, even use them.
Yeah,
Or
I was
he's
like,
not even
Heropon's
this far.
back!
Yeah. But here with Dunban, we quickly collect a landmark because there's no other close by landmarks to go to. And our party is finally reunited, and we finally got our full party for a little bit. And we find a hidden village of the Machina, or the machine people. And we meet a doctor who is happy to help out Fiora, because Fiora's obviously having issues with her mechanical body, because she wasn't born a machine.
Mm-mm. It's kind of new
So-
to her, right?
Yeah. And we find out this guy who the leader of the village is Egil's father, and he's like almost 1,000 years old. He's almost 10,000 years old. Sorry about that. And that little cutscene there was just showing like them meeting up the Holmes army. So now we're getting this thing called the piezoelectric unit for Fiora. Rare weather! It's thunderstorm, it's even rarer! Ooh, what was that? That was weird. That was so weird.
Oh, yeah, that was really strange. I'm a little bit
I think
behind
that's-
you, obviously, so...
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a weird little...
that was. I think I saw out of bounds a little bit there. I've never seen that before.
rain on the beach. Oh, I thought you said the party was reunited. Are you picking him for a specific...
Yeah, we are, but we're picking up. Except Fiora's not on the party because she's currently resting, getting treated by the by Leonardo, who's the Machina doctor.
You
And
said
she
one of
knows
the guys was 10,000 years old?
Yes, that's Egil's father. I think he's called Nicole, if I remember correctly. We get this landmark pretty quickly. And then we need to collect this piezoelectric unit very fast before the unique monster. See that orange thing, that's a unique monster. We gotta get there. We gotta get
Okay.
You go
Cross
fast.
fingers.
This well, that's good.
Sniped it.
We had plenty of time, which was nice. Yeah, that unique monster spot you is pretty annoying. But yeah, it's
how much
crazy
time
we
do
got rare weather. It depends on how long. I think at least like 5 seconds, because you go like to the put your weapons away, so the animation takes a bit. But yeah, even though we collect the piezoelectric, collect this landmark right here, and then we go back to Junks, which is the ship that we're on, and talk to Lenada. Hopefully not any other person, because sometimes it. And we did, which is good. And now Fiora is feeling better for the time being, which is great.
Do you end up using her in your party?
Yes, we do. We actually use her, like,
She's super good.
as soon as we can. She is really good. She's like a jack of all trades character. Actually, you can make her anything you want. As a party role, you can make her a tank. You can make her a super fast attacker, which is what we make her. But I need to sort out the party first, because my party's a little bit disorganized. Okay, we're done.
That was easy.
That
Aw,
menu took a while to get out though. And now it's sunny weather. But I think so one of the weirdest things, if I get thunderstorm weather here and then I go to the next area, the weather just you can see the weather just automatically change to sunlight, and it's kind of funny.
And that's another RNG style thing, or?
No, this is where forced weather comes into play.
Oh, I thought there was only the one place where there was forced weather, but this one in particular isn't.
This one in particular does force weather. So once we get past here, so this thing takes ages to open, but we use the landmark thing to just automatically open it. See, look, it's open now. It takes like 20 seconds to open, which is ridiculous. We just saves like 20 seconds. So here, the characters point out that they're in between the Bios and the Mechonis, and they're looking up at both of the Titans. And there's quite a view. People run New Game Plus because it's an easy way to get into speedrunning. And New Game has a higher level of difficulty associated to it. Like, if you make a mistake in the menu, you could lose half an hour. It's actually that ridiculous.
That's extremely punishing, even for such a long game as this.
Yes, so, by the way, this is one of the run killers in the run. This is called Mechonis. The music in this area is beautiful. It's like a mix of like ambient sounds with 80s music.
I jam.
Yeah, it becomes a real jam once the music finally picks up. It takes like a minute, but when it does, it just sounds so awesome. But yeah, this area is very heavy on the platform side. And it's a very big run killer.
Well, another good time for RNGesus. And spamming Faith in the chat, please.
There's not really much RNG, it's more like the platforming here is a bit hard.
Well then, just Faith in general.
Yeah.
Because we have faith in you.
Yes, I also might have to... Oh, not now, but... Sorry, plus RNG.
Sorry, buddy.
No RNG yet. We may need your powers for another time. Anyway, the camera here gets a bit shaky, so I'm sorry if it causes a seizure or anything, because, yeah, it just gets... Yeah.
Sorry, it is really funny though.
Okay, so we're just activating switches, getting stuff turned on. And our journey right now is to make it to the top of the Mechonis to confront Egil. Okay, good. I failed that jump quite recently in practice, and you just fall right down to the bottom. Really bad. And yeah, there's the breakdown. And this is where I freak out, because here comes one of the harder platform parts. So this area is like kind of like between two loading zones. So you could like lose your input here. No way! I got it first try.
Yes!
What is run? What is this run?
See? Bless RNG was here the entire time. And even though it wasn't RNG, you are still blessed.
Yeah. What? What? Sorry. I'm just astonished.
I'm not, because you're amazing, so I'm just proud.
Wow. So that jump can eat your input sometimes because you're jumping on the railing and then you have to jump again, and when you try and jump off the railing immediately afterwards, your input can't get eaten because you're between like two loading zones between floors. That's why the jump's a little bit more difficult than it should be, and it's harder on 50 hertz as well. So I'm amazed that was first try.
Also, it was right as the music kicked in, so it was like, your time had come.
Yeah, I mean, if you're good at moving, yeah, it's really. Okay, so this is not over, by the way. There's still some other parts that are annoying. So another annoying part of this is avoiding the unique monster that is guarding the switch. Now, as I said, you can avoid the switch. The unique monster, but it takes some movement. And in my PB, I actually got spotted by the unique monster, but I got spotted after I hit the switch, which is a little bit weird. Normally you get spotted before. So it's not this switch, it's the upcoming. The second one. So you see how he's standing in front of it? And he's like looking at it? And this is where Earthquake comes in handy. So I'm going to make a size jump. Got it, nice. Did not get spotted.
Nice.
The music's just called Mechonis Field of the Machine. If you're looking at the Japanese name. And you jump here because
fast reasons.
Yeah, because we get more distance. Those conveyor belts, they make us go fast. Jump
It was
on them.
really cool looking.
Yeah. So one funny thing we can do here, casually, fortunately, can't use speedruns, is that you can climb up like the slope on the side, and it just like breaks the game because you're supposed to slide down them. Also here, here's a hot tip for these vents: do not jump on them, otherwise you just die.
Really?
Yeah, you just flat out die when you get to this point, even though you have to take it. Just do not jump.
See, that seems unintuitive to me. I would totally jump while I'm on there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that slope that I'm looking at right now, well, with the delay, yeah, I'm going to look at it anyway. So that slope, you can actually just climb on it, but it takes a bit too long, unfortunately, because it's a bit too far away from my destination. But yeah, you can just walk on it. It's really hilarious.
But no jumping.
But, and also, yeah, no jumping. Also, you get a nice view of the fall. It's really pretty from where the camera shows the cutscenes.
It really is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Too bad it adds like an hour plus to the game, but oh, so pretty.
Yeah, if you see all the cutscenes, it adds 10 hours.
10 hours, sorry.
Yeah, if you see all the cutscenes. So I'm actually gonna try a new strat here. Mainly because I can't believe I haven't thought of it before.
Had you not tried this out ever before?
For some reason, no. I don't know why.
Yeah, let's get weird. Let's do it.
Let's just do it. Let's just do something a bit out of order.
Get experimental on marathons.
Yeah, because I can't PB, which is a bit sad because, yeah, my time is that optimal. But yeah, we have to turn the switch to turn the middle. And this is so that I can have less menuing, which is why it saves like a minor amount of time, because you have to go there anyway.
I miss the alley-oops, I admit, with all the jumping.
Come on. Theora actually got in my way and I couldn't jump down. So here we take a little detour here and we get the we get a landmark here later. This music is beautiful though.
So good! Like, I turned up the audio just to hear more of the music.
Yeah, this game's soundtrack is absolutely amazing. There's barely a bad track in there. So if you have like access to like music to the game or look it up, it's absolutely phenomenal. There are some spoilers in the title, but it is the music is absolutely this game. Thanks for letting me know it's nighttime game. I really appreciate it.
By the way. Like, I'm indoors, this doesn't matter.
It still does, because you get bonuses for certain times of the day, depending on the skills you selected, so...
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I've got a skill link on. Increases my strength by 15% at night, but the day skill only increases at 10%. But we don't change the time, mainly because you go into another menu.
And it's still not worth it to do any kind of daytime, nighttime manipulation?
Yeah, because it's just not that much damage. Oh yeah, so this is also the point of the game where you start losing areas of the game. So we actually lose the Ether mine area, the huge like mining area, but that doesn't really matter. But this is where we start losing areas that matter. After you enter this cutscene, this next cutscene, you lose access to Sword Valley and Galahad Fortress.
Oh, wow.
So the game does warn you that you do lose access to areas when you take a quest that when you take a quest that has a timer next to it, has a clock next.
So does it open up afterwards, or is it just a kind of a permanent thing after that point?
It's a permanent thing. You can't
Really?
go back. Yeah, the game does warn you though.
That's a really fascinating way of keeping it kind of simplified and linear. Here's your path, and if you need to fix anything else in the past, do it.
Yes. Also, we're currently in the boss fight, but it's
Oh!
not. Yeah. So the guy at the end, he can snipe us from the other side, but because we have earthquakes on, he can't hit us yet. But now he can, and then we get a vision.
I'm afraid you must be exterminated.
So he's going to point these guns at us, and we get shot in 16 seconds.
We can definitely do
This is where I activate the Monado and use my Gunban! How dare you?
All right. I'm really feeling it.
He was too fast.
That's a bummer. I loved his voice.
Wow, if he didn't do that, I would have that split. So yeah, now we've lost access to Mykonos Field. Oh no, not Mykonos Field. We're on Mykonos Field right now. We've lost access to Galahad Fortress in Skull Valley because the army of the Bionis, led by Callian, is on there and are now fighting an epic battle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we lose access to that area. So there are plot reasons why we lose access to areas.
Yeah, so they just sort of... They haven't destroyed it, but it's currently under siege.
Yeah, currently, yeah.
I love that they have the little people movers in that. That's really,
Yeah,
really
it's,
fun.
it's nice. I mean, it takes a long time to just walk up there, but yeah, we got sort of things.
It's like they sort of recognize that in this game. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in a game, actually. It's very rare that you see something like that.
Yeah, the devs are pretty considerate in that way.
I mean, for it to be an option as opposed to the actual way of doing it.
So now we've gone up to the... I can't remember, it's something... Central Factory, that's right. Which is where they make all the Mechon stuff. This is also the location of... And we're going to be abusing a lot of landmark stuff here as well. So we're not even up... We're not even at the top of the elevator, but we don't have to wait for it because we just grab the landmark and just teleport up there. Thanks to how landmarks work in this game. So again, we're just making our way up the Mykonos to Count Egil, and this is just on our way. It's just more area of the Mykonos, and we get to see more.
That we're
And I need to
intending
be careful. Okay, good. If I let myself go all the way down, I would have died. And then
Oh my god.
this part of the area. So that's cool. This is where landmarks start to become sparse.
And are we attacking or are we trying to negotiate peace?
We need to make it to the top in order to understand why the Mechon attacked the Bionis. Because we don't quite know why. And why Egil really hates Shulk for some reason. He just
Cover the
really hates
secret.
Shulk. But we kind of know it might have something to do with that Shulk is.
Oh, this one doesn't have as good of a view.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was a really cool skip where you could, like, going up the elevator and seeing outside was beautiful.
Yeah. Also, this landmark that we're going to collect is a bit finicky, or is a bit further ahead than the quest thing we get. So you get this quest thing where we have to blow up a wall. But if you don't go further enough, you can actually miss the landmark, and it costs a bit of time.
Backslash! Let's focus our efforts.
So we need to defeat some robots to get some explosive parts to make our explosive.
Tougher battle. Piece of cake. Backslash! We move at the same pace. Yes. It's over.
Yes, this is the game that also got a
Not
previous
bad
book.
at all.
Right, let's keep going.
I love the look of those enemies. The ones that are kind of angelic.
More than that to slow us down.
Yeah,
Right,
they're just fun.
let's keep going.
Nice job. Backslash.
Look at the cool wing things.
Nice job.
Right, let's keep going.
Okay, good.
Wonderful to
We
be
did it. We made the well, we haven't made the explosive yet. We need to go back down to the control tower. This is another case where you can get spotted by the unique monster, but if we go to the side here, we can just hit the switch here and not get spotted at all.
Is it just because you walked behind his back, or
Yeah, we just walk to the side. And then we just
Field of vision.
blow up the wall.
do little sneaks?
So here we have two options to climb up this area. We can go up these pipes. No! So that's what happens when you don't platform correctly.
Oh god. I wanted to ask about that. Do you lose anything when you die other than time?
No. Which is nice. Unfortunately,
That is really
happens
good, yeah.
nearby, but you could lose a lot of time if you fall at the wrong area.
Yeah, it was lucky it was at the very beginning here.
Yeah, it was. Actually, quite recently, so while I was walking on this path during practice, one of the flying mechon actually got in my way, and I could not get past this guy at all. It was like between that area, and I just could not get past him. I had to wait for him. I'm just like, really?
He's like a little old man mech on. You're like, please, please.
Oh yeah, I do love the death screams in this game. Oh goodness. I do think Morag's in 2 is very good though, like the best though. Yeah, Morag's the character from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Out of context, it's just a strange thing to say. Their
know.
death screams are incredible.
Yeah, they're entertaining. Hurry up. Alright, so this part is a little bit weird. So, first off, we're going to use, we're going to use Stream Edge, then Monado Buster. And then I think back my party should take care of that guy, and then I should take care of this one. Hello? Oh, this is bad.
No!
Oh, I got Balfour off on the way, so I think I did. I need to get that off at the end of the fight.
I'm feeling it.
Is there any way to manipulate the positioning of the enemies? Because it seems like that seems to be the biggest holdup in
It's
these
hard.
boss fights.
Also, I'm so sad that I'm a bit sad that we get miss a little bit cussing, but he goes in the chief of the Noppon goes, "Advance the heroes." The most hilarious voice ever. And they're like fighting the Mechon army right now.
And you're like, you stop that right now.
Oh, one of the Colony 9, the army lieutenant. He's called Vanguard, and he's like a strict army sergeant, and he asks like people to do like 50 laps around the colony and all this ridiculous military drill stuff.
And you're like, this doesn't.
He's just mainly a comedy relief character.
Nothing like military comedy relief.
So this is Agnigrapha, the capital of the Mechonis. Yeah, this is their capital city. And we find Telethia here, which is a bit strange. Telethia are princes of the Bionis. So why would they be here? And then we get this thing here, and we hear Shulk's here.
That's it. Just
Yeah, just So we need access to a teleporter. Oh, first, yeah, we need access to the teleport. We just find out the history of the Mechonis and why Egil hates Shulk. It's mainly because the Bionis attacked the Mechonis all those years ago. And I should also mention that the Bionis itself was the original will of the Monado. So you're probably wondering how it became that and human-sized. Also, I think that's a unique monster there. I need to make sure. That's experienced Tristan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a unique monster. But yeah, found out that the Bionis attacked the Mechonis and a lot of his people died, and he wants revenge against the Bionis. So there's a bit of similarities between the protagonist and the antagonist.
yeah, it's like, how does a blood feud even start? Someone might have done something, but they always blame someone else, and both sides are like, they started it.
Yeah, you could say that. And you avoid this unique monster here, that's good.
Why does he particularly hate Shulk, though?
Because Shulk wills the Monado,
Yeah.
and the Monado was the cause of all that pain. And I just jumped off the edge into oblivion. That was the wrong place to jump off. I was supposed to angle myself better. I did a bad job of that. Let's try that again.
I'm sorry, it's especially comedic because, like, there were two places and you found the one gap between them, really.
I did. The platforming in this game, although I haven't shown it much, it's very... It's like once you jump, you're kind of locked into like the momentum that you fall into. It's how I can best explain it. Yeah. Where am I going? Hold up. I was supposed to jump off somewhere. I'm forgetting stuff. Bad. How did I... There! That's where I'm supposed to jump off. Really. How did I forget that? Anyway.
It's getting late.
It only says 1 second, but I need to just show it off anyway.
Whee! The good jumps. I'm so surprised they don't have any kind of invisible walls or anything.
Yeah, they don't.
I really, really like that. they allow you to make those kind of jumps.
Yeah, and they make you feel pretty cool when you do so and not die to fall damage. Because remember, fall damage is a thing.
Yeah, are there some times when, or some places where it would be kind of the best idea, but you can't survive the...
Oh, camera? Camera? Thank you. Sorry, that was a bit weird. So we can activate this switch, and we can finally go on the teleporter.
Yeah.
And now we get to fight the boss there, which is Gathos. And that is... Oh, by the way, I should have mentioned this, but that is Charlotte's fiance. Yeah, he's become a Mechon too, but he does not remember her at all. So it's a bit sad.
Let's focus our efforts.
So he's in 2 phases. First phase, we just get our Battle Soul up in order to...
Yeah, there wasn't any human part of him left, is there?
Yeah, but now he's trying to...
Let's focus our efforts.
He's feeling... And that is the end of him. And Fiora uses her signature move, Final Crawl. You won't get the hero, unfortunately, but it's really epic when you get the hero say it. But yeah, that's how she basically says it. So now we get to confront Egil. And during this cutscene, he activates the Mechonis, the entire Titan.
What?
And that's really messed up. And right now, you know how I mentioned that Sword Valley was inaccessible because they're fighting on it? Yeah, all of our army is like fighting on the... And I didn't mean to use Battle Sword there, but I suppose that gets aggro off me, mad at me, because I'm shocked. And yeah, he has that really cool line, but this way, it did not cut deep enough. But yeah, he basically... like, our army, and it's like devastating. Well, a bunch of our army, but Callian manages to reduce it because he figures out Alvis's message of there will usually be a sign that it will awaken or something like that. The Mechons will awaken. So yeah, the Mechons is now alive. The Bios is not moving, so it can't fight back.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's crazy. If I turn the camera around, you can see the Mechonis moving background.
Sorry, that was great.
Yeah, in that cutscene, it just has the sword ready to attack.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And then the cutscene when we get into the Mechonis core, Shulk gets shocked by the Monado, and he's been wielding it quite well, and he hasn't had the Monado turn against him yet, like Dunban has. And I should have mentioned this earlier too, but since Galhead Fortress, there's a generator that's been turned on called the Apocrypha generator, which has limited Shulk's ability to use the Monado. And he senses something big is going to happen. Also, this next cutscene is where Melly gets really sad that she can't be with Shulk, and it's really sad.
Yeah, this is the moment.
This is the moment where you go like, oh no. We just really sad familiar.
So this is not the time. But I'm going to be sad now, but this is not the time.
Because she came before Fiora came back. Yeah. There are like hints of a love triangle. There's the approximate generator.
Let's focus
We
our
used
efforts.
Slit Edge and it did not work.
Thank you, Dunban.
But it's a little bit longer.
All together now.
So this next fight is a big run fight.
Edge.
And it is actually in combat. And this is one of the coolest fights in the game too. So this is our final confrontation with Egil. So what I want to do here is then use my art until he reaches a HP threshold, and now I need to draw my allies back. Come back, please.
Play it by ear, everyone.
What are you doing?
Why aren't you going?
Everyone.
Okay, so I did not get
Let's focus
perfect
our
fight,
efforts.
but because they were in range of his attack, but I didn't get the worst fight, which he summons reinforcements and you have to wait until it's really annoying. So I just took out energy device. You should see vision and
Dunban.
it's not good. And yeah, Shulk just
We can
explains the
definitely do
mission.
this. The Bionis is in danger. I have to destroy the devices attached to Egil and change the future.
Oh, that's how it was. So, Egil was taken out, and then we get the big plot twist. So, sorry, not Dunban. Dixon shoots Shulk. Now he's supposed to be his like father figure.
Whoa!
But-
Yeah,
This
what?
battle is mine.
Yeah, and he releases a god
Shifted into second.
that's been living inside of him.
What?
Yes, since the incident that happened in Valve Mountains when his parents died, because he was the only survivor of that attack. And now the god has activated the Bionis, so now both the Titans are alive, and we need to get out of here. We also find out that there's a god inside Fiora, which is why she's been alive. And yeah,
Did Shulk survive? Is he just dead now?
well, he's considered dead now because it's Ryan time.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, we have Ryan now.
Well, that's all better.
Yeah, the plot gets incredibly crazy. So, the goddess of the Mechonis, I should mention there is a Mechonis goddess. Her name's Mayneth, and she's been inside Fiora for quite some time, and she was herself originally. And she, in order to protect Shulk's body and the rest of the party, she sacrifices herself in front of Xanza. We find out has he possessed Egil's friend and who was of the Bionis, and yeah, made him attack the Mechonis because he possessed his friend. So that's why Egil had was hell-bent on revenge, and now he's with one last stand, he's using the Mechonis to attack the now alive Bionis.
Just a lot of secret gods going on here.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, Dixon technically is not a traitor. He's always been this, which is really sad because he planned that instant to get to revive God and the perfect host. Shock just happened to be there to be the host of the God. That's the only reason why he's been alive.
Ready and waiting.
He technically died during that incident. Yeah, so yeah, it's absolutely nuts and to explain it all. But hopefully that is a good enough explanation. Also, all the Hyentia have turned to Telepia now. So that's their genetic makeup. And yeah, now the Telepia, the whole the Hyentia race is all dead as well, except for those who have been with a human. They're technically races. So Melia is actually half Hyentia, which is why she did not turn into a Telepia, but her brother did. You get to see seeing that.
Does that have anything to do with him being not being a crown prince?
That's why he isn't like the next successor of the throne yet, because they're trying to save themselves. Their cursed bloodline. So yeah, Melia has not only lost a chance at love, but all her people.
I can see why people are so consider her so beloved, because this is just tragic.
It's yeah.
Everyone's like, protect our girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Melia is one of my favorite. Well, probably my favorite. Probably one of my favorite characters in the game, and she just so much. So, also Melia and Fiora have a talk about Shulk actually, and Shulk is still hanging on to life, but Bailey and Linanda's looking after him, and they have a heart-to-heart, and Shulk and Fiora suggests that she might be dying and asks Melia to take care of her. So this part subverted my expectation of, this is a love triangle. Shouldn't there be jealousies? And there was no jealousy. So the conversation that they had was really refreshing.
That is really cool. Yeah, you would expect there would be some kind of competition, but it seems like there's a lot of trust there. Yeah, and that's really wonderful. Well, I guess your worlds are dying, so.
Yeah, and Fiora thinks she's dying because Magnus has left her body and she's only running on reserve power now.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, so just so much stuff just has happened. And unfortunately, I had to get Melia out. Sorry, Melia. Really wish I could use.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, so we used Magnum Charge and whoa, that was so fast. We used Magnum Charge and Sword Drive in order to or swing in order to take out multiple enemies. But yeah, Ryan is just a powerhouse.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is Ryan time. Melia used to be. Let me use please. That was fast. Oh yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but Xenoblade 1 can be played on Wii U, Virtual Console, Wii, and new 3DS. If you absolutely want to play this game.
Do I got a little time to say something?
Yes, you do, actually. Yeah.
Awesome. I planned it right. All right. Just a little reminder that subscriptions and bits and such go to funding more events like this in between the big events, things like marathons that we do and the shows that you see on a weekly and monthly basis. And also Amazon Prime, if you have yours available, we would very, very much appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in.
So you might have noticed that we're inside the barns again. Obviously, because it came to life, it's now alive.
So pretty!
And you see, and you might have heard that the music is now a bit of a faster pace. And oh yeah, there's this character called Laurafina. She's pretty famous for a certain line that you're going to hear a lot. But
Is
yeah,
that
we have the
blood?
photo now.
We're seeing
Yes,
like
there's
actual
a
blood
cells.
particles? Oh,
Blood
that's
cells,
so
yeah,
cool.
red blood cells, and because yeah, it's also this. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Sometimes that monster blocks your path, and it is a path.
This is great.
Yeah, this is a really, really interesting area once it comes to life. And you can only access this area once you're there. Once, yeah, the game takes you there. But yeah, so at this point in the game, we had to take the fight to Zanza, otherwise he's going to destroy everyone Bionis to return them to the Bionis. Because that's how he gets his power, by people dying. So, or life forms on the Bionis dying that he created.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. And you see this huge heart beating, and that's where we have to go.
You gonna stab it?
We're not
Yeah,
going
do
to
a
stab the heart, we're going to go inside.
Ooh.
Look how big it is.
It's really big. Well, I guess, of course it's big because, you know, you're literally in a creature the size of a city, so.
Yeah, so I hope chat is ready to count how many. Famous line. And this fight we actually use Aura Burst, which is Ryan's Ether attack. So we're hoping for a couple of crits. And I hope all the auras are here. And then we use Water to make sure they're dead. I hope I got it. Oh, that's a bit more health now. Hey, how many influences were there? Please tell me, chat. I would love to know. Oh yeah, so we're back at Prison Island. Oh, I should have mentioned that Prison Island sunk into the Bionis' head. And it's now inside the Bionis. So we're literally like in some weird area inside the Bionis. Also, I should be quiet for the moment.
The answer is split. Many people say one.
But yeah, the music, the silence, and then the music coming in, it's really epic. And you can tell this is like one of the final areas of the game because of how epic the music is. So this is the time where we really get Prison Island. We couldn't really explore it before. We can only explore certain areas, but now we can get to see the inside, all these ancient ones inside. It's really cool.
Oh, I love the look of this place. It's very goth.
So here, Dixon taunts us and it says, "Oh, you gotta get past these monsters to make it up to me, and then Lord Zanzar." So, yeah, Dixon is now gone,
Go to this one.
and that did not kill. How did not kill?
I'm turning
Punch
up
him.
the heat.
I love Dive so bad. It's such a lovely fast move that comes out. Let me get around.
Who else
Yeah,
wants some?
and use sword drive on the
Go
back.
to this one.
There we go.
Everyone, feel the flow.
Oh, it's not dive so bad. It's the punch move that I forgot the name of. But dive so that move
We've definitely got
and dive so
stronger.
bad is a really cool combo. And also, how did I climb that up without getting stopped?
Alley-oop.
That is amazing. I can't believe my allies not getting away.
These enemies look incredible. And very unique to the rest of the game. Nothing quite looks
Yes. Some of them become giant size and become super boss. So, or one of them does, which is the behemoth that we saw, and obviously it's like the toughest super boss in the game. Also, yes, alley-oops. Yes.
like. And more jumping.
Yes, more platforming. I hope that activated. Yes, it did good. Because if I didn't activate it when I jumped down, that's...
Oh my god, I love all the bones. It's kind of this Escher thing going on. I love it.
I can't remember what the design was of, but I know there's something about it. There's surprisingly a lot of details in the world as well. You don't need... Also, here comes hole in one. Yes! Hole in one.
Alley-oop.
Yeah. With the alley-oop too.
Oh.
Blessed.
Yep. It is truly Ryan time. By the way, Shulk is still alive. I should have just cleared that up. Shulk is still alive, but we won't be using him for the rest of the party, rest of the game. It's now, it's fully Ryan time now.
Ryan time. Alley-oops for life. Is there a reason you're not using him? Is he just weak?
He doesn't have the combo move of using Berserk, Magnum Drive, and Sword Drive, which does like a lot of damage. And also, we try to make Ryan not provoke much aggro by using Berserk. So when he uses Berserk, he's effect regarding affecting buffing room, creates an aura around you or your character.
Nothing like a good fight.
I see you moving around the enemy. Do you get like a flanking bonus?
Yes, you do. So I should have mentioned this way earlier, but your position in combat is so important. So, for example, Shulk's backslash is effective. You're at the back of the enemy. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to find your way to... And it depends on, like, you know, where the actual enemies are, if you can get them all in the same sweep, which we've seen a lot throughout.
Yes.
But then also just having to be behind someone specifically to do the backslashes.
To do the damage, yeah. So I equipped a gem called Back Attack Plus 6, Ryan.
Oh,
at the
wow.
very start of the game. And that's where it becomes in handy, where we try to go behind the enemy and then do more damage than what you usually do with the sword, with the Berserk Magnum Charge Sword Drive combo. There's a big cravat to correct way to use that word. I'm trying to think. There's a big deficit to using this combo, which is you have to have your talent gauge for to use it. And also, Ryan does not have a lot of good attacks that take just a short amount of time and attack an area.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we don't use them early in the run. So here, this is kind of a new thing that I figured out. So not only, so we go back here, we go back to the landmark, but not only that, we it resets position of the enemies here. So there's a unique monster that always used to spot me, but now because we reset the position of the enemy thanks to traveling back to that landmark, it does not spot me, which is great because I can actually go inside of this thing instead of going around the outside to avoid the unique monster, because the unique monster always spots me at this point. Also, I'm glad chat is going full dumb band mode at the moment.
Yeah.
That is also, this is like one of the best parts of 50 Hertz.
They know what's coming. Wait, are you controlling that?
No, that
Oh,
laser
okay.
is supposed to attach to the bell and not disattach.
Yeah, I was like,
And also the rumbling of the dragon is supposed to happen like at the same time the dragon lands. So yeah, there's a dragon.
it's a little off. I couldn't figure out if you had to manually ring the bell. It was amazing.
So please turn around. Okay, bye. I killed the creepers.
We got 'em good.
Also, was anyone on top of that elevator? I missed that. Because sometimes you can, if you're fast enough, the character can just get on top of the elevator, and yeah. Anyway, so this is the point of no return. This is the only cut can't skip the game. And we're going to say yes, because we're ready.
I can.
But yeah, after you go past the point of no return, you cannot save your game.
Really, at all?
Yeah, after you say yes to that prompt, you can't save the game.
Wow. That's
So,
pretty brutal, but I like it. It gives like it gives.
It's really brutal in New Game. Yeah, it's very brutal. But they warn you.
Yeah, that's very
Once you get
kind.
past there. Yeah. Anyway, so we fight Dixon. He becomes his giant form, which is what his original race is. The comms race used to be giants. So I need to go behind. Okay, sure. You're not letting me go behind you. Good. He used Chaos Punishing. And now we get to hear some again. Yeah, you will know our names again. Yeah, so Dixon actually does not die during the fight. He actually dies to his fatal wounds afterwards, and he like smokes a cigar. Or suddenly, space.
Typical Dixon, am I right?
Yeah.
Wait, you're in space. You're just in space.
Yeah, we're just in space. It's technically called memory space. And
Okay.
yeah, there's a reason why. Also, we can walk through those asteroids if they come through the field. And yeah, this is a photorealistic area of space. Oh yeah,
This was a genre shift in a big way.
But yeah, it's yeah, crazy. But yeah, we are very close to the end. Time is coming up when after the third phase of the Santa fight, and these enemies are here in memory space. You can, if they're optional to fight, and you can avoid them both in the New Game and New Game Plus. And yeah, they're like past significant enemies. So here is Godot, and
What?
he's just part of our, yeah, that's why it's called memory space.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm still dealing with the whiplash of dragons and then space. Like, all of these things are surprises to me.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect dragons in this world too. Anyway, we're about to fight the boss.
Surprise
So,
dragons. Surprise
we
space.
use our thing again. We're about to use our and spin to get our talent gauge up. Punch him. He's not okay now, he's dead. It's not time yet. And still 2 more phases.
Amazing looking.
So we have
Only the divine may shape the future.
so you can lose time with Santa like
Don't get carried away.
aggroing onto you and attacking you and not letting you do. I love how the final cutscene is Santa going, how?
How? Done.
Your existence cannot
And
be
then
permitted.
go behind them. And time.
Impossible. It cannot be.
And yeah,
Very nice. 2:54:45.
that's the exact time I got on my split too, so good job.
We did it.
Yes, yeah, split 16. But yeah, the final cutscene reveals that out of this, there's another traitor among this who's Albert, but he's actually on our side, and he reveals that he is the Monado, and he was part of creating this world, or part of the creation of
not unlimited.
yeah as well. Zanza's pretty mad,
Albus, how dare you disobey me? Ah!
and you get to hear this really epic scream.
I was here at the beginning, and I will proclaim the end.
But that's impossible.
Shulk, it is time for you to choose. Does this world belong to Zanza, or does it belong to you?
That is something I decided long
He also finally gets a
ago.
true Monado in the that we've built all along.
That scream is real good.
We're supposed to get the true Monado like before the final phase is fired. So
We
yeah.
use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny.
But yeah, that was a really surprisingly and yeah the final cutscene was yeah that's a lie. It speaks our destiny. Sorry.
Yeah, we're catching up, but oh wow. Very shiny. Yeah, only 2 Ahs, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I
and,
only expected 1, so getting 2 is good, but then I just want more. More screaming.
yeah. Oh yeah, and this is the cutscene. We find out that
Where am I?
so this cutscene is actually
This
in
is my home.
2. I remember the slide
Your
so
home?
much because when I saw this in 2, I was just like, oh.
Let's begin the experiment.
like, oh,
Whose
doing
voice
this
was that?
now.
It is Zanza,
But yeah,
before he became a god. When he
And
was simply a man
two
of
different-
flesh and blood.
This is a lot to take in.
this is what to take in the final part with no context.
And that was
Yeah, it is.
it's Mayneth.
But yeah, so
Ridiculous. It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear
But
witness
yeah,
to the
so-
birth of a universe. Once,
So,
only a god
Klaus,
performed such a miracle.
or Zanza,
Today,
he
mankind moves
destroyed
one step
the
closer to
universe.
divine.
that we're originally from, which was Earth, and all the solar systems and stuff like that, and we're now in an alternative universe thanks to his actions. And then he became a god of this universe. Became too powerful for his own good and did not make the
It was simple
land evolve
curiosity.
because he wanted to be
The
remembered.
curiosity of a single man that destroyed the universe and created a new
You see the
one.
titans coming out of the water,
A new
it's so epic.
universe. Your world was born. And so, 2 gods came into existence.
This is bonkers.
Zanza and
It really
Mayneth
is
were
because
lonely,
we have no idea what.
so they created life in their own image.
Is there going to be a quiz? Because
And that
I
is
will
how
not
it will
pass.
As the world
there's no
advanced
quiz,
to
but
each further
it
stage,
is like
it was inherited by generations of different life
it is a
forms.
wonderful story.
But
You
over
see
time,
that this will make sense if you saw,
awareness of Zanza faded.
but obviously
Zanza
you haven't,
feared
but
this.
I have, and so this makes sense to
In
me.
order to
But
escape his own annihilation, he wished for a world in a perpetual cycle of destruction and recreation.
also, they show off an area which wasn't in the
Biolis being
game,
filled with life,
but they still have it in there, so they just used it
and
here,
the
which is called the
Telethia coming
Bion's
to wipe
shoulder.
it out.
Oh, interesting.
It was all the
Yeah,
will of
It's
so
just
Zeus.
not
it
in the
was-
game at all.
It
Yeah, it-
was.
But it's still in the code, I
But
think.
the truth of the matter is that he longed
And they show
for
off the fight at the
friendship.
beginning of the game, and yeah, it's just like
His future
That's
and
incredible.
our future.
yeah,
might
it
have been
really is.
possible. For them to coexist.
Yeah, so Shulk is
Correct. However, that time has
Yeah, so-
passed.
Shulk
The
was
old
has
god
become
was
a god
defeated by the
basically.
new god.
Also,
that he himself.
and,
you know, like you do.
Oh God.
yeah,
Yes.
because he was brought back to
That is
life
why I
after
appeared
being killed
before
by
you,
Sansa himself,
Shulk.
because he needed a
Alvis,
body in order
What are
to
you?
I am
possess
the
and mature.
administrative computer of a phase transition experiment facility, but that will mean little to you. To you, I am a machine. That is my original form.
By the way, I
Alvis.
This
love this
world
next
is
part.
stagnant.
So
It
good.
has expired. Therefore, I will ask you, its new god. What is your wish? Will you allow the world to continue to stagnate?
Can I just get to the end
or
of
will you
like this
allow
one?
it to evolve to the next level?
Yeah, sorry.
The choice is yours to make.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I wanted to do was stop Zanza having his way, that's all. I cannot be a god.
Too right.
So all the parties
You're
here,
great and all, but there's no way you're a god.
And everyone's like, hey!
in ridiculous outfits.
Look, don't worry.
I like
Shulk.
that, just
None of us want
everyone.
to be gods anyway. And I don't really know what the future holds, but we just want to live our life as
And
it comes.
yeah, this
Eating
party
grub,
like really gets me,
sleeping,
especially
laughing,
what Fiora
crying,
says. I believe.
sometimes arguing. Sounds all right.
Yes, he's right. And being with the ones we love, that's enough.
Even so, we change little by little.
Also,
Every
yeah, there's
day
Ricky.
is different from the last. We do not know what the future will hold.
She's so cute.
More fun not knowing.
He's really...
We want to have fun.
Life's little surprises are what makes it great.
But yeah,
We
what
don't know
Fiora
what's
says
going to
there
happen.
is really touching.
It's worrying sometimes, but it's also exciting. Don't you think?
It
Yeah.
really is. And
Isn't that called progress? Aren't we all continuously evolving?
yeah, this game also
I'm
like
not sure we need a more
teaches us not to
dramatic
take
change than that.
people for granted.
Yeah,
You know, Fiora did die
You're right.
early.
little by little. Each day as it
Yeah,
comes.
so after Shulk
That's how we
reformed
should
the
live.
world, people by what
That's
become-
our world.
he
Forgive my presumptuousness,
he spends his
but I
time with
recreated their
Fiora, and,
personalities from your consciousness.
and people are trying to spend
Alvis,
time with each other and
It
stuff, and
sounds
it's
like you don't
just
think I can make my own decisions. I'm supposed to
an
be the
absolutely
god.
wonderful ending
Apologies.
to
However,
especially
I
if you
have
play
good reason.
like new game, like a long
This
journey.
world has little time remaining if left in this state.
But yeah, unfortunately, I have to
made your
cut the
decision?
cutscene short. As much as I love
The
it,
choice is yours, creator.
you can see, I guess, the rest of the cutscene when you play the game yourself, and all the rest of the
Tell
cutscenes
me your
that
decision
you don't get to
for
see
the
during the
future
speedrun.
of this world.
Yeah, no,
I
I absolutely
won't
highly
decide.
recommend this game. This is an
The
absolute
future
favorite
should
game.
be decided
of mine.
by
And
each and every person in the world.
yeah,
And
it's
so, what I know,
it's
what
really
we
incredible.
wish for is
Yeah. It's something I've got to check out for sure.
no gods.
Just really amazing looking.
Yeah, there's lots of attention to detail, all that stuff. It's just Thank you, Kick, by the way, for that line. That sounds like the best world.
A world of you doing it. It's just a better world.
Yeah, but thank you all for watching.
And thank you for your amazing run, truly.
Yes, and yeah, thank you for co-commentating and asking questions. So, yeah, go and watch the rest of the runs in the marathon. I have another run.
Yeah, Child of Light coming up.
Yeah, and we do a Child of Light coming up next, but yeah, there's also going to be a Xenoblade marathon coming up soon as well. So if you want to see more Xenoblade games, it's going to be in October. So check that out. Anyway, I'll see you all, I guess, later in the marathon.
All right, bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.